welcome to this week's edition. So I'm joined by Dave Corfield at Dave Corfield Gymnasium, and we're going to get down to some hard-hitting information today on training, nutrition, mindset. Dave, I want to thank you for doing this interview with me.
No problem. Thanks for coming.
Found it nice and easy, guys. There was the introduction and the drive over here, so we have got a link underneath if you want to find out where to find Dave's gym. We're going to get straight into it. Dave, just as brief as you can for me, just give an introduction on who you are, what you've got going on here, and where you plan to go. So what's your mission with Dave Corfield Gym?
Okay, well, what we've tried to create here is a hybrid gymnasium. So what we're trying to do is provide fitness for everybody. No matter what their age, no matter what their gender, no matter what their aims are, no matter what their physical ability is, we want to provide something for everyone, and then that is our number one priority, and creating a nice atmosphere to do that in.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I was walking around with Dave a minute ago and there was certainly a buzz about the place. There's classes going on behind us, there's guys doing burpees with kettlebells in there, there's everyone getting crazy nutty, there's good energy here. Just briefly explain on yourself as well, just for the guys who are watching, who are you and where have you started and come from?
Well, I've been doing personal training now for the best part of 15 years. Started over at Patson Park, and I've done a little bit at quite a few gyms, including Nuffield, Elysium, Chris Duke's Fitness. So I had a bit of experience at a lot of different places really. And then my wife is also a personal trainer, Amy. And we've just got busier and busier, and we just got to the point where it was just inevitable that we'd start our own place, and that's where this has come from. And we want to grow that, and you never know where it goes really. And hopefully we could look at opening another sometime in the future.
Yeah, I mean, with the energy that's going on here, I wouldn't see any reason why not. It looks like your members really enjoy it here.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere, it really is.
Okay, perfect. Could you just tell me your favourite quote?
Favourite quote would probably be, the longest journey begins with the smallest step. I think for the simple reason, it's, for most people, the hardest part when they decide they want to get fit, it's stepping through the doors is the hardest bit. That first visit, people tend to procrastinate and they'll go next week or go tomorrow, and I think what's got to be done, you've just got to go. Just turn down the road, park your car, walk through the door, and then you're halfway there. Once you've done that, you're on the road to fitness then.
Yeah, totally agree. The hardest thing is just showing up. If you show up, you've already started, and
absolutely,
it just takes that single step on that road to fitness.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. What is your mindset towards training, and how do you put that across to your clients, your members?
I think in today's day and age, I think patience is probably the most important thing. Everybody wants instant results. They're always looking for answers. They want the quick on the internet. You know, they want some magic exercise that's going to be given to them that they can just do and get instant results, or some magic supplement. And you know, it just doesn't exist. You know, you've got to be patient and consistent. It's like, I liken it to a seed to a lot of my clients. If you plant a seed in the garden and you just stand there and you know, watching it, you'll convince yourself it's not growing. But if you just water it, feed it, and be patient, come back in a year and you've got a nice big plant. And that's exactly the same when it comes to physique and fitness. It's just being patient, being consistent, keep feeding the seed. And I think that's very, very important. Stay focused on what you're doing and why you're doing it.
Yeah, so that's a lot different from what I've heard previously, so that's a really good way of putting it across. Thank you. Okay, you did touch on it briefly. Training philosophy.
Training philosophy, personally, I think balance is the most important thing. I think balanced approach is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, whereas when I was probably a bit younger, I was about 18, 19, and you still see it now, everyone wants to be sort of, you know, particularly the lads, they all want to be muscle men, and then sort of, it's all chest and arms, and I think really, long term, that can be quite unhealthy. I suffered myself really bad posture, or my shoulders rolling forward. So I spent a lot of time trying to correct that and get that balance. And then balancing every other aspect as well. So what I try to go for now is, you know, a nice medium, happy medium between a bit of size, a bit of strength, power, speed, endurance, flexibility, stability. So I tend to sort of do half and half. I'll do my traditional weights, which I've always enjoyed, traditional bodybuilding style routine, and then I'll do 3 or 4 days high intensity training, almost like CrossFit. So plenty of Olympic lifting, plenty of kettlebells, some MMA drills, some boxing drills, just to give myself that full balanced approach. That's what I'm trying to sort of get other people to try and take on as well.
You get a lot of people that think one way is the right way.
Yeah.
CrossFit being one of them.
Yeah, people get zealotized. It almost becomes like a religion. And I think that you're on dodgy ground there. I think you need to sort of, embrace a bit of everything. Is the most healthy. You always do what you enjoy, but the most healthy way is to embrace a bit of everything.
Definitely. Just going back to the gym, what kind of classes do you offer here?
We specialise in high intensity functional classes. We've kind of gone our own way really. We call them total fitness, and it's just what it says on the tin. It is a bit of everything, as I was saying before. It's got, you're working your heart, your lungs, you're burning loads of calories, burning plenty of body fat, you're sculpting the muscles, you're improving your coordination, balance, speed, endurance, power. So it literally ticks every box, and that's what we try to do. We do loads and loads of those classes. They're on every single day. And we've also got the more traditional classes, like we've got yoga, we have Pilates, we have Zumba, we've even got meditation as well.
Okay.
So cause I thought that's, healthy mind is also just as important. So we've got a meditation class as well. So yeah, again, we've tried to take a nice balanced approach on that as well.
Awesome. So I touched on it a minute ago with CrossFit. A lot of people think that if you're CrossFitting that you've got to be part of a paleo diet. What is your take and aspects on nutrition, and what do you try and put across?
Well, I think with nutrition, again, I think it is about keeping it simple. If there's anything that's going to make you snowblind you, it's nutrition, because there's so much contradictory stuff, particularly for the average person looking on the internet, looking in magazines. Before you know it, they just don't know where they are. They don't know what's healthy, what's not healthy. I think the principles of paleo are quite sound. I would certainly agree that it's all about eating natural. And I think if you do that, you can't go far wrong. You set yourself some basic rules, and this is what we try and encourage our clients to do. We're not big fans of a diet, as in, this for breakfast, this for lunch, this for tea, follow that for so many weeks, and there you go, and then back to normal. It just doesn't work. You need to change your approach, for the rest of your life. So we set ourselves and our clients some just simple rules to follow. So we do like a red, amber, green system. So the red foods, list of foods, you just cut them out, which would include anything processed really, anything high sugar foods, anything out of the packet. That's what we try to sort of cut out. Wheat-based stuff as well. Anything that doesn't grow in the ground or on trees or come off an animal is in the red list. And then we try to encourage the green list would be fruits, vegetables, lean meats, fish, nuts, seeds, anything that is natural. And I think if you stick to those rules, eat natural, the shorter the route of a food from its source to your plate, the better off you'll be. You can't really go far wrong. Plenty of water, again, natural water and milk, staying away from any processed drinks, and sticking to those principles, I think you can't go far wrong.
Perfect. And you mentioned sticking with whole foods. It's definitely something I believe. What do you, just going off that as well, what do you think of bread, pasta and cheeses? Bread and pasta I'd certainly try to avoid. I avoid it, and I've seen a difference. So I think today's, the wheat that we eat now is obviously not good stuff at all, and I would definitely avoid it.
Cheeses, when it comes to dairy, I think again it's all about how natural it is. I mean, the cheese you buy in, you know, the processed rubbish in some supermarket, it's almost like plastic, then, you know, that is just going to be really bad for you. If you go to your local butchers and get proper, you know, natural cheese that's been made in a farm, and you know, again, the root of that is straight from the farm, straight to the butchers, straight to your plate, then that's not too bad.
Okay, perfect. Now, once again, just touching on, you mentioned eating fruit. Would you have a certain point in the day where you cut fruit out and you'd not have it?
No, I think the old, from what I can see, the old, you know, don't eat carbs late at night, doesn't seem to be any evidence really to back that up. So no, I would eat fruit any time. You know, I wouldn't put any limits on timing with fruit personally.
Okay, perfect. What would be your post-workout nutrition? What would be your meal straight after? What do you like?
Post-workout, purely for ease, it would have to be for me. Although technically it is a processed food, would be a supplement, would be a good whey protein supplement with maybe a banana, or a piece of fruit to go with that.
Perfect. Now you've got some supplements here in the entrance. Is there a particular one that you prefer that you?
Yeah, there's the one I really favour is Reflex One Stop. When I'm looking to sort of put a bit of extra size and strength on, and there's a new product called EA6 that's gives a nice balance of proteins. It's got whey, it's got casein, it's got egg protein. So if you're trying to stay reasonably lean but you still want, you know, you get all your protein, then that's the one to go for. And again, we just sell those two. Again, keeping it simple.
Yeah.
So it's whatever your goal is, you just select the one you want to use. They're my personal favourites.
What would you say, since you started 15 years ago, has been the biggest thing that you've invested in with yourself that's made the biggest difference to where you are now?
Well, I think knowledge and learning and doing courses is all obviously very, very important to keep, you know, at the forefront of the industry and keep researching, you know, the latest, you know, techniques and the latest equipment. But I think the most important thing for me is to make time for everyone, to not just the cool sort of crowd, just not the 18 to 30s, every single person, no matter what their age, no matter, you know, what their aims are, no matter what they look like, is to make time for everyone, treat everyone exactly the same. My aim is to always know everybody's name, everybody that walks through the door. I like to know them by name. I want to know what their aims are, what they like doing. I have a conversation with anyone, whether it be a young party animal, 18-year-old lad, or whether it's a 60-year-old ex-judge. You know, I can hold a conversation with each of them about anything, and that's what I pride myself in personally. I think that is a lot to do with the success that we've had.
Yeah, I think when you know someone on a personal level,
it makes all the difference. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but you know it's that interpersonal skills. Is so important.
Yeah, it really pays off, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
One thing I picked up on in the summer, just the culture of a place when you actually know someone by name.
Yeah. And
they walk in and you greet them. Oh, hi Jane, hi Mick. They open up so much more.
Absolutely, yeah. And it makes them feel part of something. And I think that's definitely what we've got here, is that aspect. That you know, club feel is really, really strong.
Yeah, I've certainly noticed that as I walked in the door. It's a good thing to see. There's not many. You get a lot of big box gyms that they don't know.
You're
names.
facing the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's only, as I say, the cool crowd that get really spoken to, or any interest shown in. And we're certainly not that. You know.
It's where a lot of personal trainers would fail, wouldn't it? Really.
Yeah, I think so.
They just interact with the people that they know, and the bigger masses who they could help more of, they don't get to see.
They probably need the help even more, you know, so yeah, definitely.
No, awesome, thank you. What would be one thing that you would want someone who's watching this video today to take away from either training, nutrition, mindset?
I think keeping it enjoyable, I think, is the most important thing. Don't over obsess. I think this looking for the answers, that sort of looking for answers to questions you've already really got the answer to, and that is keep it simple. Work hard, stay focused, and be patient. You know, that is it. If you know yourself, you're in a gym, you're getting a good sweat on, you can feel, you know, you can feel your muscles have worked hard, and you're eating nice natural foods, nice clean foods. You can't go wrong. Just stay with it and be patient. Don't keep looking for other routes and quick, simple, easy ways to get there, because you will get there. It's just a question of time.
Yeah, perfect. Well, guys, big thank you to Dave. I really appreciate having the time with me just to come down and see the place and see somebody else's perspective on it. I mentioned to Dave that I put a lot of stuff on Facebook about mindset, training, nutrition, and a lot of people just think, oh, Andy's off on one again. So to actually hear somebody else talking about the same things that I've been putting across is good, knowing that there's another individual similar to myself who's actually putting that message out there and people are listening to what's going on. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
And,
anytime.
Guys, look on Dave's website. Have you got any?
Yeah, it's David Corfield Gymnasium.co.uk. Yeah,
perfect.
Just go and have a look and see what we've got on there, and pop down. Feel free to come and have a chat anytime.
There you go, guys. Are you on social media as well?
Yeah, Facebook. Yeah, we've got a site on Facebook, so you can search for us on there, add us on there. And I'm on Twitter personally as well. So.
Perfect. Alright guys, well there you have it. The link is underneath the video again. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and make sure that this content that Dave's put across for us gets seen by the masses. Alright, have a great day. Peace out.